Good morning, Facebook. This is Fernandez-Niedzielski with Positively Impacting Lives. And I want to welcome you today to our first week of 52 weeks of living our life with full purpose and a passionate life as well. I know that we have had quite a year this past year, and we have been, some of us, incredibly grateful to have that time. And for some others, it has been really, really hard. But I wanted to share something with you. As I began this practice almost 5 years ago now, some incredible things have actualized in my life, starting with being able to speak proudly about my mental illness and how that has positively impacted the lives of others, and also being able to save my marriage. As I was not in a very happy place, my husband was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. I believe it was 2016, and that really sent me back quite a bit. And then also my daughter was diagnosed a few years after that. So to say that I had quite a bit of challenges has been the least to say. But based on what I have learned and the need to focus on the positive and to really focus on what I wanted to have in my life rather than what was lacking, I began a practice of affirmations, which is how we're going to create what we want in 2021. In the first week, which is today, it's all about taking 100% responsibility for our future. We do feel that sometimes we are actually tied to the circumstances around us, which we definitely are, and that can affect us, but it's what we decide to focus on that can propel us forward. And as a mother of two, with the circumstances that I gave you, for a very long time I was in a victim mode. Why did this happen to me? If this would have not been it, if my husband was actually not ill, this is not the man that I married when we first met, and so on and so forth. And once I turned that all around, I can tell you that the life that I began to experience has been totally different. So what does it mean to take 100% responsibility for your future? Well, it starts with goals that you want to focus on for this year. And also, what is the manner that we're going to write them down to make sure that we are constantly focusing on those and that they start to ignite that light in us. So let me read you a couple of them, and then I'll share with you exactly how it is that you want to write it. So one is, I am easily improving my life, moving with ease from where I am now to where I want to be. So it's pretty broad, but it's just letting you know I'm easily wanting to get somewhere else at where I'm at. The next one is, I am confidently creating better circumstances and expanding opportunity for myself, responding with intelligence to events as they occur. So that means something happens and you gather all the information that you can to make sure that you find the best solution and that you focus on that. And then the last one is, I am choosing to change my thoughts, images, and behaviors to respond differently and produce better outcomes. And that is actually something that has helped me a lot. What is in this lesson that I can grasp that is positive? So how do you write an affirmation now that you have a goal? Whichever is the one that you want to concentrate on this week, for how do you take 100% responsibility for your future? For me, which has been a struggle in the last few years, has been concentrating on my weight. And this week, it's all about, I am easily and happily eating healthy foods that support my inner system and that nourish me, creating the balanced weight that I want. So you start with I am, because that just basically sets you in the mode of your body is responding to, okay, we mean business. This is what she wants to accomplish. Then you have a feeling, because everything that we do is based on how it's going to make us feel. It's not how it's going to be once we obtain it. It's the feeling that we have when we're actually getting there and doing it. Then you want a verb, but it's a verb that is actually in the moving version of it. That means with ing. So you are moving, you are improving, you are eating, and it's not going to, because I am going to do something, puts you in the future. This is, I am doing it right now, as if it was already done. And I know it's going to seem as if it was a lie, because if I say, for example, I am happily and joyful now that I weighed 145 pounds, which is my goal by the end of this year, right now, I don't weigh that. And your mind is going to say, wait a minute, it is a lie, but it's a lie with a positive intention. And that is what counts. That's what you want to concentrate in, to make sure that you are telling your system, This is already a done deal. And what that does is activates your articulated system, and it starts thinking, how can I actually get there? What can I get there? And you may be familiar with this, like when you're pregnant, all of a sudden you start seeing lots of pregnant women, or when you buy a new car, all of a sudden you start seeing lots of the same car that you have. It's the same principle. It's going to create a tension inside of you that says, oh boy, we're not really 145 pounds. How can I get there? Because she's really serious if you continue to repeat this day after day. And how do I know that? Well, that's how I started to be a speaker, just by saying I am a speaker by this date, and I accomplished that. I also was able to write 2 best-selling books by saying I am an author by a certain date, happily and joyfully enjoying that I am an author, celebrating, and also have increased my business as well. So those are things that I have noticed that have happened. That is in the front of, doing things, but also I am increasing my relationship with my children. I am improving that, and that has also happened, as well as it has happened for my life with my husband and my relationship with him. So these things do work if you do the work with them. So again, just to recap, you want to say I am, you want to have a feeling of how that's going to make you feel, and then a verb. And then you want to obviously say what you're going to do. So for example, in this first one will be I am easily. I am is the command to your own self. And then easily, which is with ease. That's the feeling that it's going to give you. And then improving your life, moving from where you are to where you want to be. So what is your goal that you want after that? So let me just read a couple of things here, and then I will send you on your way to start your 52 weeks. So positive energy will get your day off to a great start. Set a few minutes aside every morning and repeat your affirmation out loud with conviction and intention. Do this again at night and let your subconscious mind apply that positive energy as you sleep. When you let it empower your thoughts and dreams during the night, you are training it to think differently, to automatically lean towards positive opportunities and actions while you are awake. Repeating affirmations will help you consciously improve as long as you take full responsibility for your life. That means every success, every failure, and every insensitive thought or action you have experienced. Regardless of the circumstance, placing the blame on the event or outcome won't make a difference because it's your response to it that is the game changer. And your response, whether it's your thoughts, images, or behaviors, is totally up to you. The truth is, you don't have to settle for anything in life because you can keep changing your response to the circumstance you may face until you get the result you want. If you don't like your current results, simply begin to do something different. And that's where I learned that the circumstance of my illness, the circumstance of my husband's illness, that was just an event. What was I going to do with that? Was I going to continue to wallow in why did this happen to me? Or was I actually going to take 100% responsibility of my life and begin to create the future that I wanted to create? And as soon as that shift happened, life started to be pretty magical. It is not perfect. And to say that is perfect, I would be lying to you. And that's not the point. But what I'm trying to tell you is by concentrating on the positive in my life, more positive things started to show up. So with that, I'm going to leave you, and I will be excited to see you next week. Pick a goal this week that you want to concentrate on. If you want to do it personal, if you want to do it in your business, if you want to do it in your relationships, if you want to do it in your health, if you want to do it in your business, in your career, whichever area of your life you feel that you want to concentrate on this week, think about it, write it down, and start repeating it every single day as if it was already done. I will see you next Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.